It's been a while, but we're going to be listening to more of your music today. We've got the band Last Week of December, and they say, we're from West Bengal, India, trying to make music with a modern metal soundscape with bilingual lyrics. This is our debut song, album is coming. Remember, if you want me to listen to your own track, first link in the description. Music video. That's cool how that's building. The guitar sound a bit out of tune. Oh, I'm liking that riff.
Why is it hard to love and it's easy to hate? And the weight of the world makes us suffocate. They're gonna pull you down, drag you out of the race, so you break the chains of speed on their face. In my hand, I'm truly shocked. They're gonna walk, hands up, balls shocked. I'll be there too, not knowing what to do.
Cool vocal
so
that.
hold inside, cause you want to fight.
I'm glad they kept that pretty short. It's the right place for that. The video's pretty cool as well. Nothing too fancy, but does the job. I like it. Nice, we got some repetition. Yeah, I love that. Okay.
Lost in the shadows, can't find my way. I'm lost in the shadows,
can't find my way. The voices in my head silence me. This isn't over till I win my broken pieces. Can't hear him. This isn't over. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This is not the end. Shut the fuck up. We're born again. Shut the fuck up. We're breaking the chains. Shut the fuck up. We're born again.
Bass solo. That's cool. Getting that same riff again. Not bad. Is this the end? Alright. I'm not going to listen to the rest of that because I don't understand it. But that was cool. That was really cool. I mean, obviously I've got to commend writing lyrics in 2 languages at once. That's not got to be easy. I've never done it, and I'm probably never going to do it. I thought the song was cool. I liked the way you structured it. It wasn't anything complex structure-wise, but a lot of people try and overcomplicate structure, and I think this is a good example of a simple structure done right. I like the fact that you repeated the parts. Maybe the second verse felt a little bit samey compared to the first verse, but you know, it's better than going on some completely different thing that doesn't tie back at all, so that's okay. I think the mix, I usually don't say this, to me the mix is usually like a preference thing, but I think in this case the mix kind of held it back, because I could tell you were doing some like dynamic movement in the production. For example, there were some of the quiet bits, and then for example when the intro goes into the first riff, you know, there's kind of dynamic movement there, but the mix kind of makes it feel very flat, especially the guitar tone just feels very small, and it doesn't like explode where you want it to explode and stuff. Yeah, as I say, I don't often mention the mix as being like part of the song, or I don't usually comment on it when I'm talking about the song. But I think in this case it actually did kind of hold the song back a little bit. But the song itself was strong. The chorus I felt was a little bit meandery, slightly. The melody didn't feel as powerful as it could have been, but maybe that's also because it wasn't in English, so I didn't understand the lyrics, so maybe the lyrics helped it kind of flourish there a bit. Let me go back to the, I think it was the breakdown. No, before that.
I'm lost in the shadows.
Yeah, these lyrics feel a bit whatever, a bit throwaway. I think maybe you should have spent a little bit more time on those, but as I say, it's a hard enough job trying to write in 2 languages, so I'm not gonna harp on that too much. Video is cool. Obviously, I'm not here to judge the video, but the video is cool. Kept me entertained, and the vocals are also cool. Yeah, I quite like the kind of dual vocal thing that's going on there, especially the singing and screaming, but also the 2 singing voices as well. I think that was well done. But as I say, I think trying to tie in those melodies a bit more, tighten them up a bit, would have done well. Let me just skip around a bit as usual, just to see if I find anything. Yeah, it sounds like the guitar or the intonation or something is a bit out of tune there. So maybe look at that. Or maybe it's just compared to that intro instrument. I'm not sure, but it sounds a little bit out of tune. This part's really cool. This part's really cool. And this is another example of where I'm saying like the mix doesn't sound like it explodes enough. Like this section, the bit after this section should have felt way bigger, but it kind of, I felt, fell a bit flat. I'll listen to that again. Yeah, that's really cool. Reminds me of a bit like Suicide Season by Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah, and that kind of just kind of, it feels like it's building up to something a lot bigger, and as I say, I think it's the mix that's holding that back there. But otherwise, I think that's really good work. I like how you're not trying to reinvent the wheel here when it comes to the song structure or anything, and that might sound like a backhanded compliment, but in this case it's not. I think it works well for the type of song here, and I think that if you wanted to do more interesting structures later on, that wouldn't be a problem, because I think having this kind of like foundation of pretty decent songwriting will help you to do all the kind of fancy weird stuff later on. So I'm happy with that. I hope you're happy with that. This is a cool track. As I say, if you want me to listen to your track, first link in the description, and I'll see you later.